worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, I worship Your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship shout, it won't be enough. I will speak of your glory. I will show forth your beauty. If I dance, it won't be enough. And if I shout, it won't be enough. You are the great and mighty God, so greatly to be praised, beautiful for all situations. You are the joy of the whole world. You are the great and mighty God, so greatly to be praised, beautiful for all situations. You are the joy of the whole world.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the month of July. My name is Adeyemi David. Today I'm with two special guests, and they are.
Solomon Bulatufe.
And Topola Rewaju.
So we have entered the second half of 2020, and it's important that we enter with the right mindset. And I know these times have been stressful for everybody, and us especially sometimes. So for this service, we're going to be talking about how to deal with stress and anxiety. So, Bolu, what do you normally stress about?
Okay, my academics stress me a lot because I'm not the reading type. I'm not fond of my books. So each time I'm like forced to read because when it's exam period or test period, I just have to read and in order not to fail, because that's not good at all. So I just have to read, and reading is a lot of stress for me.
So do you think this pandemic period has increased your stress levels or made you more anxious in any way?
Yeah, it has, because I'm just at home and my school is not like, we're not doing online schooling, like, so I just have to like read on my own and study the course outline and everything. So if I don't do that, probably when we resume, they'll hit us with a test or exam, so I don't have to be caught on fresh. Yeah, so.
Do you ever like worry about the future and how these times is affecting what might happen in the future, like with going forward with our education, even finding jobs? Because I know for me, I've been a bit worried about, okay, this pandemic, maybe it will slow down the things I've been planning to do, and been stressful. So have you experienced that as well?
Yeah, yeah, I have. It's a lot to take in, though. It's a lot to take in, because at times when I do imagine that our younger ones, they have not, like, their heads are probably, I won't say their heads are not dry, but their heads are not dry in Jesus' name, but they literally don't have anything in their head again, because I'm not trying to be like offensive here, but it's the fact they literally don't have anything on their head again, because they've played and other stuff. They're the younger ones, so it will be hard for our teachers
to get them back to
speed. It will be hard for our teachers, and
I get what you're saying.
I'm sorry for you guys.
So, Uncle Chokwe, I know a lot of people are always telling us, oh, you can deal with stress like this and that. So what are the actual practical ways we can deal with our everyday stress and anxiety? Because everybody does go through stress and does feel anxious.
It's a really, really, let me say, tough one, in the sense that we deal with stress in very different ways as individuals,
That's true.
I'm not a stress therapy guru, but I'll just share what I do, Oftentimes, when there is too much stress and anxiety, especially at this time, what I do oftentimes is is normally caused by you not being able to wrap your head around the entirety of what you need to do
Yeah, that's true.
or what you see happening. You're just thinking in very diverse directions. You think about this and you think about this in like opposite directions, you know. When you have stuff to do too, it can overwhelm you. You think about how you're going to cope with studies and all that. But then what happens, or what I do oftentimes, is I just try to get out of the situation, you know, especially things that I don't have control over like that. I try to pull myself out. That might require some form of distressing mechanism. For some people, it's music. For some people, it's sleep, you know, just to focus. Because if the mind is troubled, if the mind is not focused, you can't even map your way out. You know, it's like being in a maze, you know, every way, you don't even know which one is the way until you are out of the maze, you know. If you try to pull yourself out of the maze and you look at the broader picture, but when you are in the maze, you can't see anything. Everything you can see is confusing. But outside of the maze, with the help of the Holy Spirit, obviously, you can now think clearer. You can see a bigger picture. Okay, this is what is happening. Then I can plan better and then set better goals and then be able to achieve. Maybe the pandemic might slow down some things, and maybe it might even be an opportunity to get something else that I probably wasn't thinking about before.
That's
but
true.
if you are not thinking clearly, if you are stressed, if you are anxious, you know, you might not be able to fully maximize what you are supposed to do at that particular instance. So like I said, first step for me, move yourself out of the maze. Listen to music, sleep, rest, talk to a friend, you know, talk to someone that can even maybe encourage you. But you need to be focused before you can do what is needed.
I
That's what I do.
think one thing that has helped me is writing like to-do lists, because with academics, one thing that we are all as teenagers we have to deal with is having a to-do list. So you list all the things you have planned, you need to do, and then just make sure you take it one step at a time. Like sometimes I think as teenagers we put so much pressure on ourselves to do so many things,
Yeah.
and we forget that we're still teenagers. So I think it's important that we take a step back and do it one step at a time, writing it out and seeing it as a bridge. Okay, I need to do this and by this time. So your mind is set at it and you're not just frantic. So talk about when we're stressed or feeling anxious, who are the right people we should talk to?
Well, if by now you don't have people you are talking to, I'm guessing it might be almost too late for you, because we are deep down into the pandemic and there's been a lot of anxiety, there's been a lot of stress, there's been a lot of thoughts and
That's
worry.
true. That's
You know, it might be too difficult to process for some people, you know. But I feel there is always that one person, at least, maybe your parent, maybe one of your parents. If that is not so approachable, maybe mommy, or maybe, I don't know, whichever one works for you. It might be a very close confidant or someone a little bit higher or older or more experienced than you, that you've had some form of relationship before, or someone that's advised you before, or maybe a mentor, you know, that you can actually talk to, you know. And if it gets so much, maybe you may need to consult a
Stress therapist.
something like that. Maybe a stress therapist or something much more medical, as it were. But then you need someone very close by, because your therapist will charge you obviously per hour or something, you know. But you need someone that you can always talk to from time to time, no matter how close the person is to you, or, you know, someone you can confide in, simply put.
And of course, being Christian teenagers, we have God who we can turn to and cast all our cares on. And so our Bible verse for this service is one I think is very helpful and has helped me when I'm feeling anxious. And it's taken from Matthew 6, verses 25 to 34. And it says, I'm using the contemporary English version, I tell you not to worry about your life. Don't worry about having something to eat, drink, or wear. Isn't life more than food or clothing? Look at the birds in the sky. They don't plant or harvest. They don't even store grains in barns. Yet your Father in heaven takes care of them. Aren't you worth much more than birds? Can worry make you live longer? Why worry about clothes? Look at how wildflowers grow. They don't work hard to make their clothes. But I tell you, Solomon with all his wealth wasn't as well clothed as them. God gives such beauty to everything that grows in the fields, even though it is there today and thrown into a fire tomorrow. God will surely do even more for you. Why do you have such little faith? Don't worry and ask yourself, will we have anything to eat? Will we have anything to drink? Will we have any clothes to wear? Only people who don't know God are always worrying about such things. Your Father in heaven knows you and all the needs you need. But more than anything else, put God's work first and do what He wants. Then other things will be yours as well. Don't worry about tomorrow. It will take care of itself. You have enough to worry about today. So the Bible also answered our question about how to deal with stress and anxiety. Focus on God's work.
Very true.
Commit to kingdom service. Do you think that is going to God's kingdom and God will fix all these things? Because He knows us. He knows what we need. We don't need to go and cry and be worrying about running helter-skelter. Just focus on God and His work, and God will surely sort us out.
True. Sorry, there's something that some people do, but the only thing is, oftentimes it's not documented and you can't record progress. But a lot of people, a lot of Christians, let me not say a lot, quite a number of people that I know, they actually distress by talking to God. What I mean is literally, like if they're angry, they express the anger at the Holy Spirit. Like, I'm very angry, this person is hurting me. You know, talking about it, they say that it relieves that initial stress, you know, in the heat of the moment. Just talking about it. It might not be physical, you might not see someone, you might just express it to God, you know, express your deep feelings. And He cares about them. He cares about them.
Medically
really
also,
ready. Yes.
some therapists advise that, like, you just talk. Maybe you can face a mirror or something.
And just talk.
Medically, the
Some
therapists
people will
advise
go
that.
to fields and just be screaming and
Yeah.
shouting. Whatever works.
So it's just important that we cast our cares
Upon
on the
Him,
Lord,
for
and
He
He
cares.
will sort it out.
True.
God is by our side, and we said earlier that praying is just talking to God. Talk to God about any single thing. He wants to hear it all.
True.
If you're sad, if you're feeling anything, just talk to Him, and don't forget to rest. Take it easy. Yes, we want to get so much done, but take it one step at a time.
Yeah,
And
true.
God will be our strength in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So thank you everyone for tuning into service. Have a wonderful July. See you
Yeah.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.